He once said to his community, "Ask me before you lose me, for I carry knowledge that no one after me will carry." He was not boasting. He was warning. His name was Ali ibn Abi Talib, born in Mecca around 600 CE, the Prophet Muhammad's cousin, the Prophet's son-in-law, the first child to accept Islam, the fourth Caliph, and by almost any measure, the most philosophically rich figure in the entire early Arab world. He was also in his era one of the most feared warriors on the Arabian Peninsula. His swordsmanship was legendary. His physical courage was documented across dozens of battles. In the early Muslim community, he was the warrior you called when the situation was most desperate. And yet, the Nahj al-balagha, the collection of his sermons, letters, and sayings compiled centuries after his death, reads not like the words of a warrior, but like the words of a man who had looked into the deepest dimensions of human existence and found something there that most people. Ali said, "He who knows himself knows his Lord." This four-word statement is the foundation of the entire Sufi tradition. Al-Ghazali built a 40-chapter book on it. Rumi spent his entire poetic career circling it. Ibn Arabi made it the cornerstone of his mystical philosophy. But what did Ali actually mean? The Arabic word for know here is not factual knowledge. It is ma'rifah, intimate recognition, the knowledge that comes not from study, but from direct encounter. To know yourself, in Ali's sense, is to encounter, without defense or distraction, the exact nature of what is present in you. Your desires, your fears, your actual motivations as distinct from the stories you tell yourself about your motivations. The gap between who you perform as and who you actually are when no audience is present. Ali said that the person who does this work, who knows themselves in this complete and undefended way, will find in that knowledge something that points beyond themselves. Because the deepest encounter with your own... Ali said, "Your tongue is your lion. If you let it loose, it will devour you." He also said, "Silence is the best answer to a fool." And a man is hidden beneath his tongue. 3 statements about speech from the same person, and together they form one of the most complete philosophies of language available in any tradition. The lion metaphor is precise. A lion is not inherently destructive. It is powerful. Left unmanaged, that power destroys. Directed with intention, that same power is magnificent. Ali's point about the tongue is not that speech is dangerous. It is that unmanaged speech is dangerous in proportion to your intelligence. The more you know, the more harm you can do with words you release carelessly. A man is hidden beneath his tongue. This is his most compact statement on the subject. The way a person speaks, what they choose to say and what they choose not to say, the precision of their language, the care or carelessness of their expression, reveals their inner structure more reliably than almost anything else about them. In your next significant conversation, pause before speaking. Ask whether what you are about to say is true, necessary, and kind. Not all three at once, at least one of the three. And notice what you choose not to say. That choice is often more.
Ali said, "Justice is the foundation of rule." He also said, "Injustice will bring down kingdoms." And in one of the most studied letters in Arab history, his letter to Malik al-Ashtar upon appointing him governor of Egypt, he wrote something that political philosophers have been quoting for 14 centuries. "Know, O Malik, that I am sending you to a country which in the past has experienced both just and unjust rulers. People will scrutinize your actions with the same critical eye with which you used to scrutinize the actions of the rulers before you. The good you do will be spoken of by those who come after you." This is not a political statement. It is a statement about accountability across time. The decisions you make in your position of authority, however small that authority is, will be evaluated by those who come after you with exactly the same critical standard you apply to those who came before. You are building a legacy in every choice you make in a position of trust. The question is not whether people will scrutinize it. They will. The question is whether the scrutiny will find something worth inheriting. Ali said, "Your worst enemy is hidden between your two sides." He was not speaking of an external enemy. He was speaking of the nafs, the lower self, the ego, the part of the human being that wants what it wants, regardless of what is right. This statement predates Rumi's prison warden metaphor by 600 years. It predates al-Ghazali's systematic analysis of the ego by 400 years. It is the original statement of what became the central insight of the entire Sufi tradition. What makes Ali's formulation distinctive is the phrase, "between your two sides." It is not outside you. It is not an abstract force. It is physically present in the body, in the chest, in the space between who you are and who you pretend to be. You carry it. Ali said, "People are asleep. When they die, they wake up." He also said, "Live in this world as if you will live forever. Prepare for the next as if you will die tomorrow." And perhaps most searingly, how strange is a man who washes his face every morning to make himself look beautiful for others, but never washes his heart. These three statements together form Ali's philosophy of mortality, not as something morbid or heavy, but as the most reliable motivator available. People are asleep. The ordinary condition of human. Ali said, "Tell me who your friends are, and I will tell you who you are." He also said, "Do not make an enemy of anyone, and do not trust everyone. In the middle of these two is the art of living. And the friend who does not help you in difficulty is not a friend." Three statements that together constitute a complete philosophy of relationship. The first is the most frequently cited and the most misunderstood. It is not a judgment about social class or status. It is an observation about calibration. The people you spend the most time with become the standard against which you measure yourself. Their ceiling becomes your ceiling. Their floor becomes your floor. This is not metaphor. It is neuroscience. The brain is a social organ. It calibrates constantly to the people around it. In the middle of these two is the art of living. Do not ask me before you lose me. He said it, and then he was assassinated while praying in the mosque of Kufa. And 14 centuries later, the things he left behind, the wisdom the world was not yet ready for when he walked in it, are still being asked about.